Hi guys, welcome to One Hard Thing a Day. I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Dylan.
And today we're going to talk a little bit more about how to break down your goals into smaller pieces and how that can look different every day. Oftentimes when we are wanting to change something or start a goal, it's tied to something that's really big and it can be overwhelming. And one of the biggest hard parts is to figure out how to break it down into such small bite-sized pieces that no matter what happens in your daily life, you can fit that in, you can make it happen.
So the idea of this is really looking at how much I can handle from day to day. So I'm going to use the example of writing a book. I'm working on a book right now, and so this is often on my mind. And early on in my book, I'd often set the goal of, okay, I want to get 500 words a day. If I can get 500 words a day, it'll take me, a year or whatever to get the book done. But I do a lot more things in my life than just write. And so there were a lot of days where 500 words was not going to happen. Even if I put in every effort I could, I wasn't going to get 500 words done. So the idea of that is really looking at your day, looking at how much energy you have, looking at your schedule and everything, and then deciding from there how much I can get done, whether that's 500 words or if I need to cut that down to a lot smaller to getting 100 words in. Or even saying, okay, the bite I can take is I'm just going to think about my book for 5 minutes. Think about the storylines, think about the pieces that I need to get in there, that next piece that I'm trying to write, but I'm not actually going to sit down and write anything.
For me, I know that there's a couple of times that I've trained for a half marathon. And when you Google, running a half marathon, you can find, 16-week training guides that map out everything you're supposed to do, right? So Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you're supposed to for sure do a 3-mile run. Tuesdays and Thursdays, you're supposed to do, some different type of workout like strength training. And then Saturdays, you're typically supposed to do your longer run and then a rest day on Sunday. I have 5 kids, right? I have 5 kids, a couple of them are special needs. We have busy lives. I have work, I have school, right? So I know that for me, even if I have mapped out my goal of training for and running for a half marathon, there are some days that life gets in the way, right? I may have planned out on Wednesday to go do a 3-mile run, which for some people is fast. For me, that's anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how I'm feeling that day, right? So if a child gets sick or the car breaks down or a neighbor comes over, whatever, my whole day can be gone. Right? And so if I had scheduled to run 3 miles, but all of a sudden it's 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night and I still have a sick kid and I'm exhausted and I haven't done my run, it'd be really easy to get discouraged and to just quit and give up, right? Or just say, whatever, I'll get back on track later, right? Instead of just saying, I'm going to push this off, I'm going to take care of it later, stop and take a second and figure out what is something that I can do that helps me keep that consistency and that habit and that dedication to the goal, right? So you could say, you know what, I have the energy to go for a 10-minute walk. Sometimes you don't have the energy to go for a 10-minute walk. So you could say, all right, I'm going to just run up and down my stairs one time. Or you could say, I am going to put on my running shoes and then take them off and go to bed, right? Figure out how to adjust and modify your daily effort, your daily consistency, so that you are not giving up and pushing off something till tomorrow. Do something today, every single day, to keep that momentum going, right? To keep that consistency, because it is just that dedication, right? That daily effort of doing something that helps us accomplish our goals and helps us become that different person.
Yeah, we can get really stuck on the deadline, stuck on that finish line. But really, it's just about that consistency. You can do just about anything as long as you work on it every single day. As long as it's something that you're putting that mental, emotional, and physical energy into. And again, sometimes that's going to be an extravagant effort that we put in, and sometimes it's going to be something small.
So go ahead and take a minute to assess what your goal is. I know a couple years ago when we moved into our new house, we had a glass shower door, and I hate squeegeeing doors, right? I didn't have one in my older house, right? We had one growing up and it wasn't really maintained very well, so it got kind of, stuck with soap scum. So in this new house, I was like, I'm going to squeegee that door every single day. Well, it takes about 10 seconds to squeegee the door after a shower, right? So it's not really something that I can break down smaller. So that one, it's just like, I just have to suck it up and do it. It's 10 seconds, I can do it. And now for me, the habit is so strong that I literally, even if I know someone's using the shower right after me, I still have to squeegee the shower door, right? But something like writing the book or running, there's 100 different ways that you can break that down into 1-second pieces or 10-second pieces or 30-minute pieces or 5-hour pieces. It doesn't really matter, right? But yeah, just take a minute and assess, what type of goal am I doing? Is it something that I just need to do daily that takes 10 seconds or less? Or is it a bigger goal that's easy to get lost in, that I need to have 10 or 15 different options of ways that I can give attention to that goal every day, no matter what?
So I'm going to invite you to, I'm going to give you your one hard thing a day. You don't have to take mine, obviously, you can create your own. But make a list of what those different activities would be. So write down your goal at the top of the page, your long-term goal, and then break that down into, okay, these are my tiny bites, these are my bigger bites. These are when I have the energy to have a big feast, and break down what those activities would be. So you already have them. Or if you're sitting there and you're like, I don't know what I have time for, I don't know what to do, then you can go to that and the decision's already made. You've already done the thought, you've already done the research to figure out what you can do. So that's my invitation to you, is take that time and write out some of those things, and have it already in the back of your mind when those times come.
So go ahead and take that time to make that list, and then subscribe to our channel, like this video, and go ahead and share with me one thing that you're going to do that's a 5 or 10 second way to accomplish your goal, no matter how busy your day is.